is a good time because the evenings are in the 40s usually. Now's a great time. I just dug up 6 of my pepper plants. Now's a great time to dig your pepper plants up. Shake off the soil if you can, dip it in water, and then put them in a pot, a smaller pot than where they would be in the ground. Maybe a like a 6-inch pot. This year, in the past, what I've done is I've done like a quart pot for each pepper. Last year I tried to overwinter peppers in the greenhouse, and that didn't work out as well as I hoped. The year before that I tried to overwinter them in my mudroom bathroom, which is usually a little cooler because what you want to do is you want to keep them dormant. That didn't work out as well as I thought. A couple survived, but not everything did. And when they were in the mudroom bathroom, they got a lot of gnats, which was not so fun. So this year what I'm going to do is I put several of them in a grow bag, a large grow bag. And I think what I'm going to do is put them in the basement near the window. So they'll stay cooler, but they will get a little bit of light, which is good for them. And I'm going to try to overwinter them again. I'm going to try again. I'm going to keep trying every year until I figure out what's best for overwintering them. I've watched a lot of videos, I've read a lot of articles, I've seen a lot of people doing it, and doggone it, I want to do it too. So what I did yesterday is I pulled them out of the ground, I just shook them off, shook the dirt off as much as possible, and then I put them in the grow bag with some decent potting soil. And that was my first step, and then just watered them in as if I was transplanting them from the ground to a pot. That's what I did first. The next step I'm going to do probably tomorrow is trim them for height. That'll be the next thing. And because I have some that are probably 3-4 foot tall, and they have flowers too, and they have like little peppers. But I didn't want to take them all the way out, like as far as shocking them goes. I didn't want to do that all the way. So tomorrow I will probably cut down for height. I mean drastic. Like they may be a foot tall, if that. It might be down to like 10 inches maybe for the stem, the main stem. And then maybe the next day I will trim off the leaves drastically and see what happens with that. And then I will put them in the basement. And I do have some of those yellow like gnat catchers, so I will use some of those to capture any kind of bugs if they come from the soil. If they try to, you know, hang out with the peppers and eat the leaves from the soil, I'll have the gnat catchers. And I will be sure to go down at least every 3 weeks and check the water, like the soil moisture, and see if they need some water. They don't need a whole lot of water, from what I've heard. And they do want to be in a really low temperature. And what you're trying to do is, again, you're trying to trick them into sleeping if you decide to overwinter the peppers. And I figure if I put them together in a grow bag, maybe the nearness of them will be better for them. When I tried to overwinter in the greenhouse, it got way too cold. I was really concerned about keeping the temperatures up in the greenhouse all through the winter. So I used a lot of electricity. I used like bubble wrap and that kind of thing. But then on sunny days, I was concerned that they were going to get too hot. So I'd have to run out there, make sure the exhaust fan was on, make sure the temperatures were just right. It was a lot of mental work for me. And I was like, I thought at the time it was going to work. But I think I had 12 plants last year and one made it. So I didn't think that was a very successful year. The year before, when I did it in the mudroom bathroom, when I put them there, out of 7 plants, I think 2 survived. And again, the other ones had bugs. So I like the idea of having them inside more than in the greenhouse, but I do have to monitor them more often and check the water level, the moisture level in the soil more often, and water them when they need it. So that is my plan with some peppers. I don't know how many I can try to overwinter. I want to overwinter all of them. But I can't do all of them. So I'm going to try to overwinter jalapenos and the red bell peppers and some of the green bell peppers, and I think some of the snacker peppers, like multicolor. And I want to see what happens. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to keep trying different things until I find what works best for them. And without a lot of effort on my part, because that's lazy gardener. I'm a lazy gardener. I don't want to do a lot of effort if I don't have to. So I'm going to try that new way with the peppers.